I don't get it. I don't get why it's got to be this way. Has it always been this way, where we just tell blanking everybody everything? So every blanking opponent we have has to know exactly what we have, which blanking relievers are available, which guys are here and which guys aren't here, when they can play and what they can do. It's nobody blanking business. I don't think you guys need to know everything, and I certainly don't think you need to see something and tweet it out there and make it blanking world event. According to the Cincinnati Enquirer, it lasted 5 minutes, 34 seconds, and he used the word, the F word that is, 77 times. That's Bryan Price. Skip Bayless, your reaction?
Stephen A., you and I have been in the journalism business for many years. I guess Bryan Price needs to take a quick Journalism 101 course, because I would think he would be much smarter than this. I'm astounded by the source of the fit that he just threw, because he's been in the big leagues as a pitching coach for 13 years with 3 big league teams. I would think he would have dealt with the media pretty often through those 13 years. This is his 2nd year as the manager of the Cincinnati Reds, who are now struggling. What have they lost now? It's, what,
7 of 8.
7 of 8.
4 straight.
Yeah, 4 straight.
They did win Monday night 6-1.
Yeah. So he's a little desperate here. He's a little frazzled. He's a little afraid. But
it went out and won.
Yeah. This is not how the game is played, and surely he gets this. The reporter's job is to break news, not sit on news until the team has a chance to release the news when the team deems it the right time to release the news to protect the players involved. Obviously, that's not how the media game is played. Isn't that how he has to conduct business day after day after day? The reporters, Bryan Price, are not on your team. They're on another team. They work for newspapers and websites, TV stations, radio stations, and their job is to break the news and disseminate it to the fans who want to know what's going on with the team they spend their hard-earned dollars following via television or going to the games. So what's so hard to understand about that? It sounds like he just completely lost it over something that he should have known better about, because surely he learned this 15 years ago when he first became a pitching coach. This is how the media game is played. I don't know what happened. He flipped. He went over the edge for the wrong reason.
Couple of points I'd like to make. Number one, can we please put up that video of him again? Let's see his face. Okay, let's see his face, whether it's in real action or a photo. Right there he goes. Because if this were a player, we'd certainly see him.
You're right.
So let's make sure we show the manager Bryan Price's face all over again, acting like a damn juvenile. Put it right up in there, so everybody can see exactly who we're talking about here. Do we have any footage of him with his hat off so we can see his face so he can't hide under the baseball cap? Since you want to act the way that he acted, let's make sure everybody know exactly who he is. We ain't talking, America, we ain't talking about one of the players. We're talking about a manager, a leader of men, somebody who is responsible for leading his clubhouse and conducting the appropriate level of decorum. Maybe, just maybe, this would be a perfect excuse to bring up the fact that they shouldn't have let go of Dusty Baker to begin with, that he still should be the manager. No, that's not a Dusty thing. It's just an aside. But they shouldn't have brought. Dusty took him to the postseason. His year last year, he won 76 games, lost 86, and now he's at 6-7, having lost 4 straight, 6 or 7 of the last 8 games, 6 of the last 7 games rather, before winning on Monday night. But now that we got that out the way, now that we know who we're talking about here, let's also bring up this other point that he so foolishly brought up. He talked about what is the purpose of another team knowing who we have available. I'm sorry, is that what you want to do now? You want to hide who you have available and who you don't? I thought you were trying to compete. I thought this was Major League Baseball, not Pop Warner. Not where you're sitting there and looking for some slight edge where you're not wanting to engage in competition. One of my favorite, even though it was fake, I loved my wrestling, Skip. And you know why I loved my wrestling?